Everybody, welcome back to my channel. If it is your first time on my channel, my name is Emma and welcome, and don't forget to subscribe while you're still here, and I hope you enjoy watching this video. So you guys, this is another of my YouTube struggles series video. I don't know when are these YouTube struggles, I don't know when is this series going to end, but I'm still enjoying it. As a YouTuber, I want to know, is fluent English really important? I'm sure to other people it is important. I'm sure to other it's not that important. But I want to hear your opinion. What do you think? If you're a subscriber and you're not a YouTuber, let me know. Do you appreciate a YouTuber that has fluent English? And if you are another YouTuber, if you're a YouTuber yourself, is English important to you? Must you have fluent English? Must you change your accent so that your English is a certain type of way? Yeah, that's what I want to talk about today. Because you know what, let me tell you why this is on my mind. I think it has happened, it's been twice or three times now where people, not the same person but different occasions, where people corrected my English. And you know what, I'm not a petty person, but sometimes I'm a woman. Allow me to be petty. I take offense. I remember there was even one person, we kind of went back and forth for a little bit, not much. I don't like to have long conversations, just a little bit. To me, proper English is honestly guys, I really don't care if my English is proper or not. First of all, I'm an African, okay, and I live in Africa. So listen, besides me communicating with other people, besides me communicating with the world, honestly, I personally feel like I don't need English in my life. That's me, that's my opinion, and I feel like I'm entitled to my opinion. Besides communicating with the world, when I'm talking to a Kenyan person right now, if somebody from Kenya, from Uganda or Cameroon is watching me, because I cannot speak their African language, so I will use English. So as long as they understand what I'm trying to say, that all that matters to me. So whether my English is fluent or... honestly guys, I really don't care. I don't need perfect English. That's me. I don't want a perfect English. I don't want an American accent. I don't want a British accent. I just want whoever I'm speaking to, whoever I'm communicating with, if they cannot understand my African language, I just want you to understand. That's the only reason I would need English in my life, okay? So I feel very much like offended. This is personally how I feel. I feel very offended. Like, don't correct my English. Like, don't come for my English, honey. You heard what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that it was wrong from her. Like, to a certain extent, it's okay to correct people. But to a certain extent, I'm like, geez, you understand what I'm trying to say. You got it. So what's the point? Why are you coming for my English? Like, why must we have, like, why is our English supposed to be perfect? Like, why? You know what annoys me is, if an African person speaks wrong English or broken English, whatever, what people think, they are quick to jump and say, oh, you can't speak English, or she couldn't even speak English, or she can't speak proper English. Let's have these conversations. Is it a must? It's okay. Listen, I'm not saying that YouTubers should speak broken English. You know what? I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, if I say any broken English, or if I write in a if I did write a wrong spelling, if I meant to write something and I did put a wrong spelling in my comment section, is it a problem? Does it matter? Because you know what, you will find that, especially as us YouTubers, maybe our subscribers, people who start commenting, and we want our subscribers to engage, you want to start a conversation, but you'll find that people will be scared now to comment, because somebody will be scared that, oh, I'm gonna be writing the wrong spelling. Do you get what I'm saying? So let's have this conversation. Like, does it matter if the spelling is wrong? Does it matter if I say a wrong English? If I say broken English, like, does it really matter? Because you guys, honestly, I personally do not care if my English is broken, okay? I love my African language. Like, you don't understand. I embrace any language that is African. I embrace, okay? Because I mean, if we don't embrace our our heritage, who is going to be? Who is going to embrace us? Germans speak their German language proudly, and if you can't understand the German language, they will get you a translator. The same as Spanish, the same as French people. Get a translator. They are happy to speak their language. Like, I see this because I'm a tour guide. So sometimes you don't even get jobs because the tourists that are coming, they're French people and they need a French tour guide. They don't say, okay, they should understand English because English is an universal language. No, they embrace their language. They're always looking for German-speaking tour guides because we get a lot of German tourists, and when they come here, they don't want to hear about English, okay? They want a tour guide who is going to speak in German language. Where you're gonna get them, they don't care. They're just paying for the service. All they want is to pay for the service. Did you get it? But in us here, Africans, if I can't speak English, the people start laughing at me. Oh, she can't even speak proper English. She's on YouTube, but she can't speak proper English. Like, does it matter? It's just English, you guys. It doesn't matter. English, it's as important as Zulu. It's as important as Shona. Okay, it's as important as any African language. It's about time we start embracing our African languages. It's about time we start embracing who we are. We're not English people, okay? English is an universal language that will help us communicate with other people, okay, that cannot speak our languages. What gives us the right to attack people that speaks broken English? It's like, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't see any Italian out here trying to speak perfect Zulu. I don't see it. I don't see any British person here trying to perfect their Zulu or their Shona. I don't see it. So why us Africans are busy out here correcting my English? Like, why? Why, Sissy? Like, I don't get it. Like, seriously, you guys, I don't understand. Like, for me personally, this is my opinion. I honestly do not care. I could not be bothered if my English is broken. I could not be bothered if my spelling, I wrote the wrong spelling. As long as you understood what I'm trying to say, that's all that matters to me. You understood what I'm trying to say. You get it? So why are we out here trying to correct English, my English? Why? Like, why? Leave my English alone. I am an African, okay? I'm the son of the valleys and the hills. That's where I come from. I'm an African, and let me speak my language. Let me embrace the language of my ancestors, okay? Let me embrace my ancestors' language. Let me be an African. I do not care if my English is perfect. I don't. Like, seriously, I don't. And I'm not saying everybody should be like me. No, do you, okay? What works for you, each to their own. I think that's what they say, each to their own. Like, let me be, okay? Personally, I would be worried if my Shona if I speak broken Shona, because that's my mother language. I get very worried. I really get worried. I'm always trying to improve my Zulu. Like, yes, I live in South Africa, but I'm not originally South African. So if there's something that I'm trying to understand in Zulu, I'm out here calling my friend, Chami, what is this and this in Zulu? Chami, does this mean? What does this mean? I love African languages. So any African language, right now I'm in the process of learning Swahili. Any African language, I'm up for it, honey. I'm up for it. But my English, you guys, I'm not gonna be out here faking my accent for YouTube. Okay, no, I can't. I'm sorry. I can't. I honestly can't. Honestly, don't subscribe. If you feel like I don't have a nice accent, English accent, if you feel like my English is broken, it's okay. Don't subscribe. Next, honey. Move on. There are a lot of YouTubers out there. So yeah, that's just how I feel. Let's continue. This is a conversation, okay? I love starting conversations. I love starting meaningful conversations. Yes, sometimes I love starting fun conversation. This is like a serious serious conversation that I would love to have with everybody on my channel. Like, do you care about your English being perfect? Do you care about having a certain accent? Do you care about trying to fit in and running around getting the best Oxford dictionary so that you can be YouTube approved? Like, I don't. I wish I could do my videos in my African languages, but because I'm trying to reach a wider audience, I want Kenyan people to hear me, I want Ugandan people to hear me, I want somebody in Russia to hear me, I want someone in Belgium to hear me, I want someone in France to hear me. I want each and every corner of the world to hear me. So the best way is to speak through English. But do I want my English to be perfect? Do I care if my English is perfect? No, I don't, honey. No, I don't. Let my English be broken. It's okay. I don't mind. Honestly, some people, it might be coming from a good place. Somebody, it could be coming out of a good of their heart. So, you know what? This is not how you're supposed to say it. This is how you're supposed to say it. Oh, this is how you know, this is how you write it. This is not how you're supposed to write it. Yeah, maybe it's coming from a good place, but to me, I honestly, I couldn't care less. I don't need you to correct my English. Correct my African language. I'll be happy. I'll appreciate it. Teach me Swahili. I'm happy to hear it. Teach me Shangani. I'm happy to know more about Shangani. I'm happy to know more about Venda. But my English language, look, I feel like I went to school. I have heard enough. I've gathered enough. I can read a book. I can read magazine. I can read news online. I can speak basic English that you can understand. That's it. Like, what more do you want from me? What more can a girl do? Like, I'm not out here trying to fake my accent so that I can be YouTube approved. No, right? So yeah, that was it for today's video. I'll see you in my next video. Until then, don't forget to subscribe. I love you for